What does it mean when someone accuses you of something, and as soon as you ask them to take a lie detector test, they wish to block you?
It usually means they lack the confidence or evidence to back up their accusation, and they are using a block as an escape tactic to avoid being exposed or challenged. When confronted with a definitive way to test their claims, people making false or exaggerated accusations often retreat to avoid accountability.
Can you go more in depth on this topic?
When someone abruptly cuts contact after you suggest a polygraph, it is a classic defense mechanism. They are likely realizing they can no longer control the narrative. Here is a deeper look at the psychological and behavioral dynamics at play. 1. The bluff was called. People who make false or highly exaggerated accusations often rely on the other person becoming defensive, panicking, or over-explaining. By confidently proposing a lie detector test, you completely flip the script. You signal that you have nothing to hide, which instantly compromises their position. 2. Darvo tactics. This behavior often aligns with a psychological manipulation strategy known as Darvo. Deny the behavior. Attack the person confronting them. Reverse victim and offender. By blocking you, they attempt to position themselves as the victim of your extreme or unreasonable request, the test, ignoring the fact that they started the conflict with their accusation. 3. Avoiding accountability and loss of face. If they agree to the test, they risk being proven wrong. If they refuse it out loud, they look guilty. Blocking you is the ultimate avoidance strategy. It allows them to walk away with their ego intact and maintain their version of reality without facing uncomfortable truths. 4. Control over the narrative. By cutting off communication, they get the final word. In their mind, blocking you is a power move that ensures they don't have to listen to your defense or provide evidence for their claims. It also allows them to spin the story to outsiders as, "They were acting so crazy I had to block them." A note on polygraphs. It is worth mentioning that while lie detector tests are not 100% scientifically reliable and often inadmissible in court, the psychological weight of the test is what matters here. The mere threat of an objective test is usually enough to scare off someone who isn't telling the truth. Ultimately, their reaction tells you everything you need to know. Safe, honest communicators are generally willing to talk through a conflict. They don't run and block you the moment you ask for proof. Was this accusation part of an ongoing pattern of behavior with this person?
Yes.
When an accusation is part of an ongoing pattern, it usually means you are dealing with a repetitive cycle of manipulation, rather than a one-time misunderstanding. In these dynamics, the person often uses accusations as a tool for control, distraction, or emotional projection. Here is why this behavior becomes a pattern. The cycle of repeat accusations, deflection, and projection. Often, people who chronically accuse others are projecting their own behaviors, insecurities, or guilt onto you. Accusing you forces you onto the defensive, keeping the focus entirely off their own actions. Moving the goalposts. In a toxic pattern, the rules constantly change. If you disprove one accusation, they will quickly manufacture a new one. Proposing the lie detector test broke the cycle by demanding a definitive end to the game, which is why they panicked and blocked you. The need for control. The goal of this behavior isn't actually to resolve a conflict. It is to maintain power and keep you anxious, off balance, and eager to please or prove your innocence. Moving forward, when someone blocks you to avoid accountability, the best response is often to let them stay blocked. Trying to chase them down to defend yourself only gives them the attention and control they want. Recognizing that this is a repeated pattern allows you to see that the issue is entirely about their behavior, not your innocence.